Zigzag Zen pillow is now out. I hated the process. Like I hated knitting for years and years because it was just so hard. How many days does it take for you to take some pictures of the pillow? But they were starting to whisper, I want to be a sweater. I want to be a sweater. So big. Baltic Breeze Pullover with a huge turtleneck and hi everyone, welcome back to episode 83 of Annijuuti Knits. My name is Annina and I'm a knitwear designer based on the west coast of Finland, and this is a channel where I share everything that I come up with pattern-wise and everything that I work on. So you are most welcome to join me here. Let's get started. In today's episode, we have two new pattern releases, one sock pattern and one pillow pattern. And I have quite a few sweater projects as well, so let's dive in and see what I have been doing the last 3 weeks. First things first, what I'm wearing today, this is a self-drafted tee. I was planning on making it for this summer with some improvements, but I don't know if I don't know. I have so many things going on at the moment, so I don't know when or if I have time to make it as a pattern. I most likely will make a second version for myself, but we'll see how this develops and how things are going. But this is a saddle shoulder set-in sleeve DK weight tee, and this has so many things wrong. I'm not gonna point those out, but this was just a little test piece that I did last summer, and it is actually quite sunny today, so I didn't want to wear anything too heavy and warm, so t-shirt it is. So that's what I am wearing at the moment. But let's get into my two new pattern releases. And first one is here. It's a pair of DK weight socks, and these are Koto socks. I did tell about these in my last episode. So this is a pattern that comes in 6 different sizes. There are stitch counts from, I think, 40 stitches to 64 stitches. And I wanted to have a proper size range. It's a very simple pattern. And I was a little bit hesitant if I want to publish it as a pattern, because for us, especially here in Finland, this is a very simple, this is like the simplest sock pattern that it gets. But I was reminded that there are not so many DK weight patterns as there are fingering weight, and also that with a good size range, a well written, easy pattern is always welcome. So this pattern is now out, and you can grab it with a 30% discount until the April 1st. So just use the code KOTO30 so you get 30% off until April 1st. Yeah, as I said, especially here in Finland, this kind of your very typical ribbed cuff and the Dutch heel, and then there are these star toe decreases. This is a simple sock pattern that we are forced to knit. Not everyone is forced to knit the same one, but here in Finland, crafts are part of the education, and we are forced to knit something around the age of 10. So I have made my first pair of socks on 5th grade, and the other one was like a regular or the other one was like a huge sock, and the second one was much smaller. And I hated the process. Like I hated knitting for years and years because it was just so hard, and we were like, there's just one teacher, and I don't know, maybe there was like 15 of us, and we all had our yarn tangled, and it was not easy for a child. So but I guess not in every country you are or taught to knit in school. So yeah, probably you don't have those traumas. And actually this is a very nice simple pattern, and you can make a pair for various sizes of feet. So yeah, I think it's a great simple pattern, if I may say so myself. So if you are interested in DK weight socks, then grab a copy with a great discount. The next pattern release is the long-awaited Zigzag Zen pillow pattern. It was almost done last time, but this time it's now completed, and it's full of my hair apparently. So sorry for that. So this is joined with, how can I show it better here? This is joined with an I-cord. I don't know how well I can show you, I can't see anything. It's a garter stitch modular pillow with an I-cord edging, and the two squares are joined together with the I-cord edging. And actually I did publish the video for this or the tutorial video for this pillow as a tutorial, so you can freely check it out even though you haven't purchased the pattern. It's just that people can actually see how the pillow is constructed, and then make the decision if they want to purchase the pattern. So feel free to check out the technique that is used here. But I made mine two-sided, which means that both of the sides are different, and the other side is this black and white, or it's actually like a charcoal gray and off-white. It's full of my hair. And I didn't insert a zipper here, but many of my testers did, and that was a great way to close the pillow and then have it easily removed, or have the pillowcase easily removed for washing. But I was lazy and I didn't put the zipper in, also because my kids they tend to play with all the decoration stuff, and if there's a zipper, that's for sure that they are going to play with it. So I thought it's safer for the sake of the pillow to have it completely closed off. And my kids were fighting over this pillow. I finished it, I think, a week ago, and when it was ready, it was sat on a chair that we don't sit on usually, and they were like, can I take that? Can I lay on it? And I was like, nope, we haven't taken the pictures yet. And my 5-year-old, he was like, how many days does it take for you to take some pictures of the pillow? But we are living in an apartment building, and we have a rather dark house, and this our living room is the place where there's least light, and we have a dark teal couch. So I wanted something lighter, and we waited to go to see a friend, and I took the pillow with me and took the pictures there. But Zigzag Zen pillow is now out, and it is a sister pattern for the blanket with the same name. This is knit with a little bit of a denser gauge so that it wouldn't be so stretchy. But I suggest, if you make this pillow for yourself, choose a pillow that is a little bit larger than the cover that you are knitting on, because garter stitch is really stretchy. So I made the second size, 45 times 45 centimeters, or what does it, is it like 12 inches across, I guess. But I have a bigger pillow inside of it. So this is a 50 times 50 pillow insert, and I bought this feather pillow, so it's nice and firm and fluffy, and I don't blame my family for stealing it. I was planning on keeping it here in our bedroom, but there's no way they are going to let me have it here. They want to have it in the living room, and they want to lay on it. It's very nice and squishy, and I used actually all kinds of fingering weight merino yarns held together, so it's a very soft and lovely material to lay on. So that is my Zigzag Zen pillow. There's also an introductory discount for the Zigzag Zen pillow. Use ZZZ 15 to get 15% off of this pillow pattern, and if you want to do so, the code is valid until April 1st. That was a lot of introduction, but now we can get into regular programming, and let's see what I have here finished. Zigzag Zen was one of my first, or it was the first finished item for today's episode, but the second one was nearly finished last time, and it's this pair of mittens. Thank you so much of all of those lovely comments about this project specifically, or especially. My grandmother has started these mittens. She had made the first mitten without a thumb, and she had made a little bit of the first or the cuff of the second mitten as well. And she suffers from dementia, and she didn't even know that she has been making these. My mom brought them to me so that I can maybe finish them, and I didn't have a pattern, but I did finish these mittens, and now that they are completed, someone can enjoy them. They were quite long, so I think we will give them to my husband because he has tall fingers and narrow hands, so this is way too big of a mitten for me, so I will be giving these to my husband. They are also too big for my brother, so yeah, my husband will get these, and this is a little bit of a like coming together with me and my grandmother, and it was a special project to work on, and I'm really happy that I managed to finish these without a pattern, and it was a special project. And it's actually funny because this wool, it's there's still the smell of the house. She doesn't live in their house anymore because she can't live alone anymore, so this has kind of, you know, when you get those memories out of scents, and this has the scent of the house that they were living in. Actually, I'm staring at a yarn cabinet which was my grandmother's closet. It's like this half like, I don't know, how do you call it, it's definitely like a closet, but it's not like a fully high. It's like 130 centimeters high wooden closet. It's my yarn cabinet now, and yeah. All right, but these are now finally done. We can gift them to my husband to wear, and that was my second finished object for today. I have one more finished object, but I didn't make it. I was actually telling about it last time that I filmed, and I just got it yesterday, and this is my own design Lotus Lake Pullover. It's very hard to show. Maybe this way now. So it is a drop shoulder pullover with lace details on the cuffs and on the hem. This is not completely dry yet. I got it yesterday. I blocked it myself because I wanted to... The sleeves weren't bound off because I asked my sample knitter to leave them, so if I have to fiddle with the lengths. I did bound them off, but I'm a little bit hesitant about the sleeve length. It might be just a tiny bit too long for me, but because it was blocked yesterday, it's not completely dry and I can't really properly try it on, so I don't know if I need to alter the sleeves. I just don't want to, but I will if I have to, because yeah, it's not wearable if they're too long, or yeah. But this was a project that has been started at least 2 years ago. I think I published the Lotus Lake Tea 2023 or 3 maybe 23, let's say that. And I'll see if I can take a picture wearing that sweater when it's dried, and if I need to alter the sleeves or something. But it was a work in progress for a long time. I've managed to make the sleeve I joined in the round and did all the underarm shaping, and then it just sat there at least for a year. And while I was doing some spring cleaning, I dug it out and I asked my sample knitter, who also made a koto sweater for my stepdaughter, that if she would like to make this as well or finish it for me, and she said yes. So I gave it to her to finish, and yeah, it worked out well, except I don't know about the sleeve length. Maybe I'll put a picture here, maybe not. You will see if it fits me well or not. But Lotus Lake Pullover is going to be the next one for testing, or up for testing, because yeah, it has been a pattern brewing in my head for so long, and a few people have already asked for it, but you know, I have so many things going on that the time hasn't been right. But I think the time is now right, and that's going to be the next one in testing. I always apply for testers through my newsletter, so if you are interested in testing for me at any time, there's a link in the description box. So if you want to subscribe to my newsletter, you won't miss out on the call for testers. So yeah, Lotus Lake Pullover is coming up at some point. It's a DK weight pattern. I used Novita Woolly Wood. I think this is an older colorway. I don't know if you can still get it, but it's this lovely, I think it looks a little bit more purple here. It's a little bit more maybe reddish, burgundy, I don't know. But yeah, I-cord edging, and then this sleeve cuff, lacy sleeve cuffs and hem, and 21 stitch gauge or 22, I can't remember on the top of my head, but that's going to be the next one in line. So stay tuned for the test call, and I don't think it's going to take me too long. Maybe, I don't know, let's say during April this will come to testing. All right, then what else? I got a pattern published in a magazine again. This is the same magazine. Apparently, when you get into a magazine, or when you get your first magazine pattern published, it's easier to get selected again. And this is my third time featuring in this Finnish Taito magazine. And this time I made scrappy mittens and a hat. Maybe I can, hopefully I can find it soon. I don't know where it is. Okay, this is not very nice. The theme for this was using materials. There they are. So let's see. New Beginnings is the name of this magazine, and the pattern the submission call was to get inspired by using leftovers or using older materials to like repurpose materials. And I did this pair of mittens and hat. They are called nuotio, which means what it means. It's not a fireplace, but like a campfire. Yes, nuotio, campfire. So these are using all kinds of leftovers that I have, very much my palette. And I'll put a picture here that I took before I sent them out. So this is a pattern that will come later this fall. I think they have the rights for 5 months, and it's March now, so perfect time for the end of the year. So I will be publishing those patterns as a set, or I don't know. What do you think? Should I be publishing them together as a set, like as one file, or should they be like mittens and hat, so you can buy them separately, and then maybe like a bundle? I think both of them have 5 sizes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember anymore because it's been so long. I made them last fall, and it's always so. These projects or processes it takes a long time. So the hat comes in 4 different sizes, and the mittens, oh yeah, both of them come in 4 different sizes. Yeah, so there are sizes from junior to larger adult sizing. So a fun project. It had like a double folded ribbed edges, both mittens and a hat, and my older son was very upset when I said that I can't, or he can't have it, because he tried it on and he was like, I like how it feels, can I have this? I was like, nope, sorry, I need to send it away, and I still haven't received them back. So yeah, for the next winter maybe. All right, I have 2 more sweater projects, and I have 2 sock whips here that I want to show you. And if you follow my Instagram, which is Annijuuti Knits, you have seen this project. I was hoping to get it done. Actually, I'm missing one project here. I didn't bring it. I will take some B-roll out of it and I will explain quickly. This is also a project I wanted to have finished by this video, but I didn't manage. This is my Tankar Tee. Tankar Tee is a pattern that I released 2 years ago. It is a very simple boxy t-shirt pattern, and this is the second sample that I'm making for myself. And instead of using regular 1x1 ribbing, I used twisted or half twisted rib because I'm using BZ Garn soft silk for the yarn, and it's a very ropey and lumpy and bumpy yarn. So I thought that it is a little bit more smooth or nice, tidier looking if I use some tighter ribbing. So at the moment I am still working on the bottom edge, bottom ribbing, so I'm so very close to being done, and next time you'll see me, hopefully I'll be wearing this t-shirt because it is almost done. But yeah, you can find that pattern and I will link it in the description below if you are interested in that pattern. It comes in 9 different sizes and it has an inclusive size range up to 60-inch bust. So I think it's 64 inches, up to 64 is with the ease. So there you go. That was my Tankar Tee, and I feel like I'm very fast today. Yes, it might be, but that's what you get. I have a million gazillion things going in my head, and I have a little bit of a deadline. Maybe you can see behind my, again with the finger, there you go. There's a little pile of knits. I will be, or I booked a photographer who is taking some pictures of my knits this weekend, and I haven't, well, I usually take pictures with my phone, and it's difficult because I can't really take photos of myself, and if I ask my significant other to do so, it's not always, it doesn't really come out the way I planned. So quite often if I'm taking pictures indoors, I will have like a remote and I will just take pictures of myself. So it's very nice to have a professional photographer taking pictures of my knits. And I'm in a little bit of a deadline with this next project because I really want this to be part of the photo shoot as well. Today is actually Wednesday, but when you get this video, it's going to be Saturday, the launch day for the Zigzag Zen. And I'm very close to being done with this next pullover. This is the Baltic Breeze, so big. Baltic Breeze Pullover with a huge turtleneck, and this is so cozy and comfy, and I'll put a picture here of me wearing it. This was, technically this is an ad. Yarn is gifted for this design by my very good friend Camilla from the Camijo Net. She offered to support, or she offered some yarn support for me to make this, and I am using her organic linen, merino linen base, and held together with her silk mohair blend. So the second sleeve is just halfway. I need to finish it in the next day or two. I don't know if I have time to fully wet block this because it's very thick and heavy and it takes time to dry. So maybe what I will do, I'll just finish it. I'll give it a good steam block before the pictures and then wet block it afterwards. So yeah, it is an all over textured pullover, oversized. I have 20 centimeters of ease here, and there's a split hem, and the split is moved a little bit forward so that I think it's nice when it's in line with your shoulders, especially in these oversized fits. So the split is in line with my shoulders. It's moved forward just the tiniest bit, and I'm gonna make a second one without the turtleneck and probably without the split hem. But I was asking if people would be interested in testing this now. It's, even though it's very much wrong timing, but I think I have decided that I will put Lotus Lake Pullover into testing first, and maybe early May we can start with this, have a nice long, let's say 12-week test, and have it ready for September, October time when it's appropriate to actually release this chunky. It's not chunky, it's a DK plus silk mohair, so it's a worsted weight gauge, and very nice and fluffy and warm. And I think this color is just, I think it's my color, this dusty blue, and I just absolutely adore. This colorway is called Njord. I can't pronounce it the way Camilla does, but this is how it's written. Even though I know some Swedish, the Danish is just, I have no idea how you people pronounce your stuff because it's just too difficult. So, Baltic Breeze Sweater. This is coming to testing sometime this spring or early summer. We'll see how it goes. But those were those. One more sweater, but let's talk about socks first. I've been talking for 30 minutes and I feel like I have so much stuff to talk about, but let's see how it goes. If you are an Instagram follower of mine, you may have seen last weekend I just got swept by a sock knitting mojo, and especially lace socks. This happens to me every spring. If you don't know, I'm a very avid sock knitter. Sock knitting was my first love. What comes to knitting, my first love was sewing, but what comes to knitting, socks are my comfort knit, and I started this lazy little number. I don't know how much you can see. It has this little twisted rib, twisted rib details, and some lace. And somehow this color, I was born in the 80s and kid in the 90s, and this kind of it doesn't come across in the screen as peachy as it actually is. It's not so yellow, it's more peach. But when I was a kid, I had this kind of a sweater, or this in this color, and it was this, do you remember those wrinkly fabrics? They were kind of stretchy all over, and you know, they felt not so great. It was probably some sort of plastic, acrylic, this scrunchy fabric. I had a sweater like that in this exact color, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, something about it made me stop. I think it's a beautiful color, and I think it has some spring summer vibes to it, but I wanted to see if the problem was the lace or if it was just the combination of the lace and the color. And also I wasn't sure if I wanted to have like my original idea was just to have like a lacy cuff and then stockinette foot. But then when I was working on that peachy sample, I wasn't sure, so I did continue a little bit further. And what I'm gonna do a full lace sock out of that peachy color. And I did a second one. This is almost done, just missing the toe. And this is now a little bit of a shorty. It's a little bit hard to show again. Maybe you can see there. There's the ribs. So it's kind of like a flower blossom or yeah. This is a shorter one with the stockinette on the foot, except I have trouble with short socks. They usually don't really stay up that well. So what I tried to do is I made this kind of, you know, when in these like sport socks have this kind of a band across or around your foot to make it tighter. So I did some twisted rib here, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna have a sock with a shorter cuff and a stockinette foot, and this is my own own addition or something that I will try, and then I will have another one of these, and this is going to be full-on lace. And yeah, I'll be working on these. I'll be writing them up at some point. I would love to. I came up with the name. The name is Midsummer Magic, and I think it would be perfect to have them published around, you know, midsummer or maybe early June, and yeah, we'll see. But Midsummer Magic, it's going to come in 2 different variations, a stockinette foot and a full-on lace sock. So that's what's happening. Look at my beautiful little sock bag. I have made this myself. It's a little zippy pouch, yeah, with old-fashioned TVs on it. So those were my sock projects, and I have one more sweater. If you are up for it, are you bored already? I've been here so long, not so long, but I feel like maybe there's too much stuff for one episode, I don't know. Hope you are still there. If you are, thank you. All right, these I have had so many test knits going on at the same time. This is an older pattern already, which was originally released last fall in Taito magazine, and I got the rights back for it February or March. I can't remember. Maybe it was just like a few weeks ago. But this is the original Hunaja sweater, and I'm making a second sample. I'm not very far because I've been trying to finish that Baltic Breeze, but I have finished the little bubbles and the cables, and I am now working on the lace. And the yarn that I'm using is this Pastoreta by Soya. This is Spanish. I was stumbling with this again. Yeah, it is a breed-specific and non-superwash fingering weight yarn made in Spain in small family mills. And it is a very dry feeling wool. It is a 2-ply, I guess. Yes, loosely spun. And this color is very nice. It's this grayish dark green, like a spruce green or something. And yeah, I'm enjoying working on it, but I'm not, it takes so much concentration to look at the chart all the time, and it's been a little bit hectic over here, if you if you can't tell. And yeah, Hunaja Sweater, very beautiful versions are already popping up, and actually my original testers have also been sharing some pictures. So check out Instagram for Hunaja Sweater. It has, yeah, there's some beautiful versions there, and I'm looking forward releasing that pattern. It is a 3/4 length sleeve pattern. I think I'm gonna do a little bit longer for the second sample. But yeah, this pattern is also coming in April, so stay tuned. Yeah, I have been quite busy here. I have one project started, but I don't think I'm gonna show it yet. I can show the yarn. This was part of my spring cleaning. If you have been here for the last 2 episodes, you know that I've been rummaging through all my bags and my baskets, and I found this yarn. It has to be like 2, maybe 3 years ago since I bought it, and it was supposed to become a shawl, but when I was going through my stash, or not stash, it was actually already in a bag or a little basket, and I had swatched for it like a million years ago. But now that I took the yarn out of there, and I was like, okay, maybe it's now time for a spring shawl. The colors are so similar to my Breaking Dawn shawl. The Breaking Dawn shawl was something that I released. It's a shawl pattern, lacy shawl pattern that I released last May. And the colors were so similar to this that I just didn't feel like they wanted to be a shawl anymore. I have swatched it like, I don't know, very long time ago. It has some same elements than my Hunaja sweater, so the same lace and cables in this swatch, but yeah, the colors are this light icy gray, and then this variegated gray with some mustard, and then the mustard color. So these yarns were I took them out, they were spread on the table for like 2 days, and I was like, they were starting to whisper, I want to be a sweater, I want to be a sweater. So you have to do what the yarn wants to be. So I started the sweater. I had three skeins of single ply, so I knew that it's not enough as a fingering weight sweater for me, and also the colors were quite harsh against each other, especially if you are not like marling them together or doing something like that. So what I did, I had some leftover Lang lace in this natural white color, so I did a little swatchy swatch, and I liked it, so I did order some Lang lace, and this is the natural white, so this is the color 992, and it's the off-white color. And if you compare these two, you can see how nicely the mohair mutes the difference. And I did start a stripy little number, but it's in a very awkward stage. Like bits and pieces are hanging out, and it's not in a place to show you, so I will be sharing that next time. But I have to say that I'm very, very excited about it. Something about clearing out old projects. So the Tankar Tee started last year. It has been sitting so long. It's almost done. The Baltic Breeze was started last fall. It has taken forever, but it's almost done. And Lotus Lake Pullover started 2 years ago. Now it's done. So it's like this clearing out and this, you know, spring clean vibes all around. I also did a clear out sock project that I started around Christmas for my son. It was a scrappy DK socks, and he wasn't into the colors. I was already in the heel. I was making 2 at a time, but because he wasn't enjoying them, I just ripped them out and cleared some space And I can really tell that when you clear out those projects that are not bringing you joy anymore, it clears out some space in your head, and that feels good, I must say. So I'm very excited to craft. I'm very excited to knit at the moment. So I suggest, if you have some long-standing whips, take a look at them with a critical eye, and if there's something that you don't see yourself finishing, just wind them back into a ball and enjoy the yarn later. So that's my that is my advice to you, because that has made me so much happier with my knitting. So I can highly recommend you doing the same. All right, we have reached the end. If you are leaving me here, I'll see you in the next one. And if you want to hear some live chat, then let's chat. Many of you know that in our family there has been some difficult times because of the work challenges that my husband have had. So we have some new winds blowing our way, and he started also his own business. He's not a full-time entrepreneur, but he did start a little coffee roastery, like a specialty coffee, and I've been helping him out with, like, you know, social media and stuff that he's not so good at. And yeah, that's been taking a little bit of my time as well. And hopefully when the fall comes, there are going to be some changes in my own work schedule as well, because we have a first grader next year, and my older son is starting school, and my youngest is going to preschool, so the days are going to be a little bit shorter. I don't know if you know about Finland and Finland's education, but the little schoolers, they are just gonna be there for just so few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours a day. So that's gonna bring some challenges into our lives, but hopefully in a good way, because I'm hoping to rearrange my work schedule a little bit. So let's see how that goes, and I will keep you posted when those things happen. But I'm feeling very good, I'm feeling very positive, and I'm looking forward to having more time to do what I love. And I'm sure that these tough financial challenges that we have had because of the work situation, I hope that is also subsiding, and we are going to get into the new groove. That's what I'm hoping. And yeah, if you are at all interested in my patterns, show me your support by purchasing my pattern, or even a like or a share on social media or on Ravelry. That's a huge thing to me. So I appreciate every single like, and if you like this video, or if you like my channel, you can subscribe to my channel and maybe give my video a little like, so more people can enjoy this content if you like it too. I think I'll leave you here. I have a few things to do before I need to go. So thank you so much for watching today. It was a jam-packed episode, and let's see let's see how full of an episode I will have next time. But until then, happy knitting, and I'll see you soon. Bye.